Oh, there we go. Pretty little yellow fan. Everybody be happy with me, at least for that. Some new hardware, or new-ish. Hey, what are you guys doing? Welcome back, Junks Automotive. In this video, I got no clue what's going to happen. Not the one. So let's just see what we can get done, and I don't know. Hopefully hear some vroom vroom sounds. But after last week, not holding my breath. Anyhow, thanks for coming back, and get your working clothes on. I don't know what you guys are always coming over here, wanting to hang out. That's all right. I'm sure glad you're here. Get this fan bolted on. What's the problem? Come on. Let me show you where I'm at. Better than last week so far. A little gauge, thermometer thingamajigger. Down there, got that clip on there so it's hanging in the right spot. Man, that bottom bolt is something else. A little 7/16, you can't get all the way around it. It's like an open end type of deal. Got vacuum advance hooked up. There's a clip or something that I'll have to look and see where it goes. It's hooked up to the bottom side of the back carburetor. So we're, at least for running it right now, we're good. All this stuff is going to get properly routed and, you know, or kind of properly. Generator's on, hooked up. Belt, I did find a belt from O'Reilly Auto Parts, believe it or not, it's just a tiniest little bit bigger. And you got to you've got to make sure that thing is as far as it goes, and you still kind of have to get it started and then roll the motor over and get it on there. Then it's loose once it's in there, so it's not too tight. So I got it about out that far, and it's good. Fan bolted on. Got our little spouty wiki woo thing. Doesn't that look nice? New hose, new clamps. That's brass, so I cleaned it up and I cleared it, but I painted this. There's my cleared heater tube, P-clipped on, ready to hook up. So really what I need to do now is get the radiator sitting here so that I know this is positioned in the right place to get the hoses hooked up, get my heater hoses all hooked up. And front wiring's just kind of hanging out, so I need to get it routed, make sure nothing's going to short, and because we're going to be using the battery and the key and the pull start. Probably will go ahead and work on throttle cable and choke cable and the bracket that it goes to. And there's supposed to be there is a return spring, but I'm not sure where it hooks to. I don't know. We'll figure that out later if we have to. I don't know. Getting there. Yeah, I got the radiator out here. Get these threads cleaned up. Do a little tappy roo, and then find 6 bolts, new lock washers, you know the whole story. But I figured you guys might be able to help me out with a little something. I do know there's a couple hundred of you that'll watch whatever I put up here on the channel. I know we kind of pushed the limits last video a little. The tales of the technician, tales from the technician, from a technician, that's it. But what I'm saying is I guess I like to hear from you guys what you like, what you don't like, and I'm good with constructive criticism. If there's, you know, one guy says, well, I don't like your intros, it doesn't mean I'm gonna quit doing them the way I do them. I might. It just kind of depends on what it is, you know. But yeah, just pop her down in the comments. What do you like the longer videos, or do you like the 15-minute ones where I just kind of show updates? I know a lot of you like details. Details aren't real popular on YouTube, believe it or not. And the reason I know is you can watch analytics and, you know, because I want it to be a good channel for all of us. It's for you guys. So you can just let me know what you think. And if you don't want to put it in the comments, it's cool. Leave me a comment anyway. But then, you know, if you have a problem with something, or you know, just want to reach out and say, Mike, I think you'd do better if you did this or that, or you did longer videos or shorter videos, or if you trim your beard and hair. And what I'm saying is, if you don't want to put it in a public forum, it's cool. Send me an email. My email is always in the descriptions of the videos. But I really welcome your opinions, because it's important. It's important to me that you guys dig watching. Then maybe more people will watch. I don't know. That'd be cool, but not necessary. All right. Oh, and on this radiator, I know Hazzy had said, hey, after using that a little bit, maybe you ought to take that and have it professionally flushed. And it's a valid point, good idea. Problem is, I don't know of anybody around here that does that, being the first problem. Second problem, it's got damage. It might end up leaking after you get some good pressure on it and get a bit of a workout. So we might be replacing it anyhow. If we don't, we don't. Because I sat this thing with water and soap and vinegar and all that back when we first test run it, just to get all the stuff in, because there were walnuts in there. So yeah, no doubt there's some stuff in there. I guess what I'm saying is we'll cross that bridge when we walk over it. All right, let me get this situation handled and I'll get back with you. Something real quick. A nice little gasket. Foam tape, basically. Well, you see how wide it is. It's for stuff like put a camper shell and you want to seal it up where it goes on the bed. That's what that is. Sticky on one side, not the other. So just stuck it on there, cut it on the ends, trimmed it with my good pair of scissors, used a screwdriver, come through the back side, poke a hole in it, run a bolt through each one of them, so make sure they go through, and we got a nice little seal. And it could, because there is a seal that's supposed to go between the radiator and here. And I don't know if it's for vibrational things or actually seal the air up really good, but it'll have something there, I suppose. All right, let me find my hardware, get that bolted in. Would you look at that? I can even put the prop rod where it belongs. Man. All right, let's get some hoses hooked up. I wanted to make sure that this doesn't interfere with my bracketry, right? Because you can see kind of how it's, I think we're going to clear good now. So then I can get more stuff hooked up. I don't know. We'll be hooking up stuff. I still have a speedometer cable, a tack cable, just because when I move it in the garage back and forth, I want to see the speedometer go. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, get some hoses on up here. Move my way back. Quick trickaroo, buckaroo. These hose clamps, they're stainless steel. They're nice. Bought a bag of them. Just heater hose clamps. But we're going to be way too big for these hoses. They're normally this big. So we'd have 13 miles of stuff hanging out. And to make them all square or all the same, you see how much I cut off each one of them. Just put them on a piece of pipe. It gets them in the neighborhoods. And then just took my zip cut and cut them off. And then we'll face them all the good direction so it looks nice and clean. I know these aren't the factory MGA hose clamps, but hey, this is what we're using, and it's fine. They say 4x4 on them. Are they for 4x4s? Huh. Anyhow, thought I'd show you that quick. Got our radiator hoses and everything. I'll show you closer here in a few. Right now, I've cut my heater hoses, and it's just regular heater hose, right? But I'm gonna give it the Factorious look and be spiral round, they say. So that way, if Ralph ever does go to the MG show, he can get points for having original looking hoses, and then the same points to get retracted for the incorrect hose clamps. But this is not a bad idea. This is that friction tape I've shown you guys before. Like Tessa makes it. I imagine you could find something. It's just like a fabric, and you can't rip it. You like electrical tape. It's not like that. You've got to cut it with a razor blade or a pair of scissors. I'm just pulling it tight and wounding it on there, and the ends will be where the clamps go on. And the other thing I was going to tell you is, man, if you want to make your hose go on a little bit easier, Windex. Just use Windex. Don't use grease. Don't use regular old grease, Vaseline, nothing like that. Because what could happen, and I've seen it happen, is it builds up enough pressure and it can blow that hose right off. It's too slick. The other side of it is, if you ever worked on a car that had an oil leak for a long time and it always leaked on a hose, that oil, it softens that hose and it swells up. So you might make your hose fail faster. But a little Windex goes a long way to get them tight hoses on. Because believe me, down there, it was tough. With the Windex, get it right on there. All right, we get these wound up, put on. Then we'll get some coolant in it. See if we can get her to bark off the life. At least a little bit. That'd make me happy. See, now I got to cut that with a pair of scissors. Oh, by the way, when Ralph was here last, and I forgot to tell you, he gave me a little pecker. Not funny? No, I don't hear anybody laughing. You're kind of, yeah. All right. Get this, sorry. Well, there's that. Yeah, I'm gonna move this oil pressure line, find out where it's supposed to go. It just doesn't quite look right. I think it'll work fine, but I'm not gonna worry about cables right now. Got all the hoses on it. We're gonna put coolant in it. And listen, when we turn the key on, listen to what happens. Fuel pump runs, so it means we should have ignition. You know, there's a lot going on yet, so I'm not too worried about it. And I have a vice grip on the ground cable in case there's a mishap or a fire, heaven forbid. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty tired. Maybe we just hear it run in the next video. I'm just kidding. Let's see what happens. Well, holding coolant so far. Let me make sure we got sound. Okay. In case something blows up, you don't want to be able to hear the full thing. Coolant's not falling out anywhere. There's no smoke from the battery being connected. Let me turn the key on. I'll pull this cable over here, grab this choke with the other hand, see if it'll go. Huh? What do you say? Yeah? Go for it. Now I only got a couple gallons of gas, if that. So it may not even run at all. See if it's charging. No, not charging. Try that run out of gas. do a hot start. Check our timing a little bit. I bet we're about out of gas. Probably a little retarded. Huh. Well, you can't beat that. It's got pressure on the hose there. I got a new 4 psi cap. You can't just put any cap because it'd be 12, 16, 18 psi, and it's not meant for that. It's meant for 4. Like I was saying, I'm starting to get a little heat in here. This is airlocked. And the heater core is higher than there. So that's just what's, I'll have to probably put a little bit of a vacuum on here after it's cooled off. It'll suck the air right out of there. But hey, I'm pleased. And it doesn't charge, but both my feeds, my battery feed, there's no power there. So I've got something disconnected or crossed up or something. And it could be something in the regulator type thing. But hey, oh yeah, she's got some pressure on her. I don't see anything leaking yet. There's some coolant from last week down there, but nothing's dripping. Good start. Heck yes. There you have it. So far, we have a tight cooling system that holds pressure. It could change at any moment. It's fine. We fix stuff around here. That's just what we'll do. We'll fix it. We'll figure out a wiring, finish up the rest of our wiring. Heck, maybe next week we can make this thing move back and forth. It will now. I just don't like the dash hanging down there and flopping around, and we got to think about safety around here. But it'll move. It's got brakes, got a clutch. Why not? But I'd love to go up and down the driveway. Maybe at night, 3 o'clock in the morning. That'd be cool. All right. Like I says, this stuff can really get at you. But hey, if you keep at it, a little bit at a time here and there, just do what you can do. You don't have money, clean a part. Get some parts cleaned up. Because if any of this was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for stopping in. Let me know what you think of the channel. Oh, little secret, don't tell the wife. We're gonna have that 57 working, right? We're gonna be doing stuff on that. That'll be fun. But after this is gone, I might have a special surprise along that sort of same vein. But this has got to go first. It's wife rules. Yeah, I only got so much, or I got to start selling stuff. I don't want to do that. All right, see you on the next one. Thanks for coming back. Junks Automotive. Oh, my back is roasted.